Hi, what's cooking? I'm Bella and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new to the channel, welcome as well. Take a moment and subscribe. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a creamy pumpkin soup, but I'm actually not using any dairy. So if this is something you're into, just keep on watching. Let's go over the list of ingredients. Pumpkin, mirepoix, celery, carrot and onion, white wine, thyme, garlic, ginger, stock, I'm using chicken stock, cream of cashew, and we're seasoning with white pepper, coriander seed, garlic powder, and mustard seed. For this recipe, I'm actually using the pie pumpkin, which is a squash, so you can use any squash you'd like. I already went ahead and cut the pumpkin. I have a previous video where I showed 3 different ways to make it easy for you to cut through a squash. As always, I will be posting the ingredients and measurements in the description down below, but just for reference, I'm using 2 parts of pumpkin for 1 part of mirepoix. And for this recipe, because I do want the orange color from the carrots, I'm using 2 parts of onion, 2 parts of carrot, and 1 part of celery. And now that our mise en place is ready, let's get cooking. I'm turning the stove top to medium and adding the pumpkin, the mirepoix. I'm going to let it sweat for a little bit, and then I'm going to add the white wine. I'm going to cover with the broth. Again, I'm using chicken broth, but if you're following a vegan diet, you can certainly use vegetable broth. And the aromatics, so garlic, ginger, and the spices. Give it a good stir. Turn the stove top to low. Cover and simmer for about 30 minutes. And the reason why I like to simmer is because the veggies are going to release a lot of water. The pumpkin releases a lot of water, so it's going to cook in its own steam instead of requiring a lot of liquid to make the soup, because I want a thick and creamy consistency. So while our vegetables are cooking, I'm going to make the yogurt sauce that I like to garnish my pumpkin soup with. So I have just a little bit of plain yogurt. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice and salt. And this is all I add. Taste it and adjust to your preference. The soup has been cooking for just about 30 minutes, so now I'm going to turn it off and blend it all except the thyme. I went ahead and transferred everything into the blender, and you can see there's very little liquid, but I want it this way. We can always adjust it later. So now we're just going to blend it. If you need a little liquid for this process, I recommend that you use the cream instead of more broth. The broth is going to be just enough to finish if needed. So I have a very thick, it's almost like a puree consistency. And now I'm going to put this back in the pan, add the cream. For the cream of cashew, I'm using 1 part of raw cashew to 4 parts of water. So for 1 cup, it's 1/4 of raw cashews, 1 cup of water. Once my cream of cashew has cooked, which it will thicken the soup, that's when, if needed, you're going to add a little bit more broth and adjust the salt. If you've noticed, I haven't added any salt just yet. My cream of pumpkin is ready. I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't splatter all over my stove. And I like to serve with the yogurt and a little bit of green onion or chives. And our dairy-free creamy pumpkin soup is ready. You can also substitute the cream of cashew for heavy cream if you're not trying to avoid dairy or heavy cream. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.